Hey, the last time I saw you guys, we were going to go over some reels, particularly the bait caster. They come in different sizes. Some are bigger, some are smaller. Some you use with one hand, some you use with two. So I think today is going to be the day we go over the bait casters. Welcome to We Fish 816. Glad you're here. These are the bait casters we're going to go over. This is a bait caster that you use primarily for catching bass, crappie, things like that. You use it with one hand. When it's mounted to your rod, it mounts right here, this and this. Typically you use anywhere from 2-pound test line to 12-pound test line. Retrieve handle, you have your drag, you have your spool control, and you also have a spool control on this side. The spool control on this is like your major adjustment for this. This is your fine tune. This is what they call a brake. So when you cast and the line speed starts to slow down because your bait or your lure or your whatever you've thrown out starts to lose speed, instead of the spool continuing to spin faster, this will automatically step on the brakes, slow the speed of this down. The higher you turn that, the quicker it'll hit the brakes. The lower you turn that, the less it'll hit the brakes. So there's my dial. I had it about halfway to about right there. Now I've been fishing a long time, so I can do that. If you're new, you're going to want that dial turned all the way to the top. Max that out. This is a medium size. This one's actually made by Shakespeare, and it's an ATS. It's an older brand. All of my stuff's pretty old because they last a really long time. So you have a retrieve, which is different than this smaller one. See, the smaller one's got 2 handles. This one only has 1. Because we're not going to bass fish with this style. This is more of a throw it out and leave it kind of reel. This one is a throw it out and retrieve it kind of reel, if that makes any sense. So on this one you have a single handle on the reel. You still have your star for your drag. You still have your spool control dial. And then here's your release. The release is on the thumb. This one, the release is up here. So you have to hold the spool here and then release it. So down means it's off, up means it's on. When this is up, this can no longer spin, see? But when it's down, the line can come out. Unlike your small one that you have the brake that'll help slow the line from when it's coming out, you don't have that luxury with this one. So you really have to pay attention to how far it goes out, how fast it's going out, and stop it with your thumb. Usually when I cast, I'll hold it with my left thumb, I'll release the line, and then I switch thumbs, and then I cast and let the line spool out, and right when it hits the water, I stop it. Then I switch back and then flip that and then retrieve. Another feature that's different with this one versus this one is that you have what's called a clicker. That's this guy right here. You can slide this back and forth, down and then back up, and when the spool rotates, see right now it's quiet, but when I turn that on, now it's loud. So you don't want to retrieve it doing that. This is more of an alarm for when you get a bite. So what you do is you turn that off. Now you don't make any noise. You cast your line out, you set it, and you loosen your drag to where your line will come out pretty easy. See, line's coming out pretty easy. I can really loosen that up. All right, so the line's coming out easy. Now, when I'm set, gonna get my line just a little bit tight, and I set it down, waiting for a fish. I can flip this. Now when I get a bite and it's a big fish, he can take line and I'll hear it. All right, remember, click down. Then I can come over, get my rod, start tightening this up, and then he won't be able to pull as hard. Now I'm starting to get tension. Flip that off. Now I can reel down and set the hook. That's what this is for. And this is a medium size, so you can still kind of cast with one hand. Usually 2 hands will get it done. This is for your bigger catfish, 50, 60, 70, 80 pound catfish. This will pull them in. It's the same as the medium size one, like this. It's just bigger. The medium size one you can put, 30 pound test, 40 pound test, even 50 pound test. This one you can go 50, 60, 70, 80 pound test. You're not going to cast this one back and forth like the small one. It's going to be used primarily more like the medium, where you cast it out and you leave it. Has one handle, has the star drag, has the lever to release the spool, and then it has your spool control, and you also have a clicker. Quiet, loud. Hold it, flip it down, switch, 2 hands, throw it out, stop it with your thumb, flip it back, do like that. Fishing with a bait caster, it can be challenging. Not like that. Yeah, like that. I'm going to show you a little tip on how to set this up. That way it's not so hard to use. So as you can see, I have this weight on the end of my line. Now that we have weight on the line, we're going to take our bait caster and we're going to put our thumb on the release, and we're going to go ahead and press that. And when we press that, we're going to hold that spool. And we're going to switch hands, still holding the spool. Now I want to tighten the spool control until the line won't come out. Now I'm going to back off on my line control until the weight starts to come down. Sorry about the airplane. Click by click. Now you see it's starting to come down. I'm gonna go up just one more, slow it down a little bit, reel it back up, push the release button. See, it's barely coming out. If I do that, it comes out. That's the initial setup. That'll help you when you cast for the first time. It'll help keep the backlash away. Right now I won't be able to cast out as far because the line is tight. Every time you switch lures and every time you switch weight, you want to readjust this main control to this. As you get better, you can loosen that and you can throw farther. I'm going to check to see if it's too loose. See, it comes out really fast. So I'm going to tighten that up. That won't come out. Loosen it till it does. There, right there. Now it's set. And one hand operation. And tap it with my thumb. Click it. Well, we talked about the bait caster. We talked about the spool control and how to set it up. The last thing that you have to keep in mind when you're using a bait caster is after you cast, you have to watch your lure or whatever you have on the end. You have to watch it travel, and when it hits the water, you have to use your thumb to stop the spool. That keeps you from backlashing. I hope I was able to help you guys out a little bit with the bait casters. They are challenging, but they're fun. Well, right now I've got a boat to work on. Just like always, hit that subscribe button if you haven't. Hit that like button. Let me know you were here. And as always, thank you for watching We Fish 816. I'll see you out there.